Welcome, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn how to vary or change your sentences to make your writing flow better. Varying sentences comes under our fluency traits of writing, where we make our ideas flow smoothly. So, if you're into maths, prepare to get excited. Did you know that sentences are a lot like maths equations? There's a reason why they sometimes call maths equations number sentences. A typical simple sentence goes like this: subject, verb, object equals sentence. You're probably thinking, well, I've heard of verbs. I know that they're action words, but subjects, objects, what are those? I bet you're familiar with nouns. A person, place or thing. Most sentences have more than one noun. So our sentences need a way of explaining to our ears, to the person that's reading or listening to the sentence, which noun is the most important. The most important noun in the sentence is the one that does the action, and that's called the subject of the sentence. So the subject of a sentence is your most important noun. It's the one that's doing something. The verb is the action word, and the object is the other noun in the sentence that has the action done to it. It's the less important noun. Many sentences have other nouns as well, but we're just going to look today at sentences that have two nouns so that we can see how to vary our sentence. Let me give you an example and I'll show you what I mean. I've taken a long sentence from the paragraph that I wrote the other day and I've shortened it to a simple sentence with just a subject, a verb and an object. In this sentence, the seed absorbs water. The most important noun is the word seed. It's the one that does the action. What action is it doing? Well, it's absorbing. What is it absorbing? The water. That's the object of the sentence. However, look at my next sentence that follows. It goes like this. It sends down a root called a radical. I've chopped that little bit off too. The word it is a pronoun which I use in the place of a noun. It does the same thing. Again, it's the subject of the sentence. What does it do? It sends something down. What does it do that to? A root. That's the object of my sentence. So once again, two sentences in a row, I've written subject, verb, object. Subject, verb, object. And if I keep writing subject, verb, object, subject, verb, object, it gets boring to my reader. So what do I do about this? How can I vary the way my sentence is built to maintain the reader's interest? Well, in English, one way that you can do that is by flipping your sentence. Instead of using an SVO order, a subject, verb, object order, you can flip it and instead use an OVS order or an object, verb, subject order. How would I do this? Let's take a look. For my first sentence, if I change the order of the object and the subject, changing the two nouns around, I can rewrite my sentence like this. Water is absorbed by the seed. I could choose to do the same with the second sentence. A root called a radical is sent down by it. Hang on a minute. The pronoun it at the end of that sentence doesn't quite sound right to my ears. So instead, I'm going to replace it with the original version of the noun, which is the seed. Let's reread that sentence and see if that makes sense. A root called a radical is sent down by the seed. That sounds much better to my ears. So, if I didn't want two sentences organised in the SVO way, then why would I want two sentences organised in the OVS way? Wouldn't that be just as boring? Absolutely. What you really want to do is mix things up. But which version will I choose? Well, the truth is I could go with either. The one I've chosen for this video is to go SVO and then OVS. Here's how my paragraph now reads. The seed absorbs water from the ground and after the right amount of time and heat begins to swell. A root called a radical is sent down by the seed. So, there's more than one way to write a sentence. Read through your own work after you watch this video and see if you can identify if you are a subject, verb, object addict. If you are using too many sentences in a row that have the important noun first in the sentence. If you are, try flipping one of those sentences. I'd like you today, in your work, to write your sentence both in the original form, your subject, verb, object form, and the flipped form, object, verb, subject, in the correct space on the slide so that your teacher can see how you go flipping sentences. I'd like you to do this a couple of times. Play around with a couple of the sentences that you've written. If you decide the first version is best, stick with that. But I challenge you to include at least one flipped sentence in your revised draft. After you've finished, you can keep writing. Go on with your text. You should have enough time to finish it today. And once you're done, please upload your finished draft onto your document. That's all for today. Have fun flipping those sentences.